EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers. To get the party started, the Jets' new kicker for 2019, Chandler Catanzaro. And we are underway in Southern California. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
Check, check. Watch 54. Good. 54. Lots of twitch. Lots of twitch.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Check right, check right.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Conner. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Easy, Sue.
Ben leaves to Conner on the draw. Muscles him off. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Like 80. Check 55 to Mike. I got one. Shoot.
Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
1st down, Indianapolis.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Chargers' 11-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll look to run with Connor. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check 15, check.
Again, it'll be Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Go. 280. Nice by 4. Now watch run.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Wentz going to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let him know.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Again, he finds an opening. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 34 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Here we go, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Take 2 of them. Get
Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Switch. Switch.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Third down. Third and long.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got a man. It's Williams. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Black 20. Right there, 54 miles. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Black is third.
On first down, it's Connor. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
He's not gonna get me.
Here's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
A handoff. Devontae Freeman. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go. 120. Danny.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And able to find Conley. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Freeman. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike, 54. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Go. 180! Hey, here we go.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. They'll try and run with Balaj, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Let's get it together.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Maurice Hurst with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Set! 230.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And Wilson has it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Roethlisberger now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go. Like 80.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Albert Wilson. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go, D.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go. Let's do it. Here we go. 280. 54 Mike. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it. I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game. I like that, MVU. Well done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Here we go. 120! I know he ain't got it. Undercrush.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Go. 180! Come on. Hey, watch the ball. Rush in. Let's go. Great.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go. 180! Get ready!
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Here we go. 180! Exit!
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Chargers first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. Here's a run with Balaj. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
All right, now, black 20. Check, check, walk 54, walk 54. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away.
Let's go.
At their own 3-yard line.
Done. 180. 58 for Mike. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Let me what you got. What you got?
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big run there by Freeman. Give him 55 yards on the ground. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. They run. Devontae Freeman. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Devontae Freeman, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Black 5! Here we go,
The drive will start with Connor, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this?
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger over the middle, complete. It's Williams. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, a give to Connor. And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Indianapolis.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 29 is enough.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Colts on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
29 is Mike 29.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got his man. It's Williams. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Connor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Roethlisberger. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. My goodness, it'll be a disastrous loss on the play. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Waiting. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Just sit on it here. Could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
A gain on the play. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set. 120. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On first down, it's Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 180. I got you.
Throwing is Wentz. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Freeman again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now Wentz on 3rd down. The 20. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Freeman. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Here's Freeman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
Let's get it.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Like 80! 29. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
They'll look to throw. Able to shake him off. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And Davis has it over the middle. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Big Ben has the knowledge, certainly the weapons to pull this off. We know he's done it many times in the past.
And that transmits itself to the rest of the offensive unit, because these guys know that with Big Ben leading them, they've got a lot of confidence they can get it done.
50.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 49 yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Cameron Hayward able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And with that,